Hello, hello. Welcome to another Speedpaint Sunday. I feel like I'm always complaining about how long it is between speed paints. It's just there's always something. Um yeah, it's been a while. But we're back. We are back. And we're ready to I was gonna say we're ready to do another speed paint, but then Cat came. So now I have Cat. We need to have a cat pet break first. So cute. Um, all right, cool. We have another round two this week. So, uh, I picked out this one, which I remember being super fun the first time. And hello, Otis, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I remember being really scared to do this one, and then it turned out a lot better than I had anticipated. So I'm pretty proud of how this one came out, but we can still make improvements, and I think it's going to be very fun. I feel like the worst part of this is probably all this background stuff. But the thing is, the background stuff is also just like not that important. So I don't know if I really want to spend a significant amount of time improving it. I might just kind of, well, I'll probably improve it at least a little bit, but yeah, it's not a huge deal. I think, let's see, what else do we potentially want to fix? I was thinking I might actually want to redraw this background stuff, although I do like how it looks. It's definitely, it's one of those things that's not accurate to the original, but it still looks good. It still like reads correctly. So I'm not sure how much we actually need to fix there. This central area I definitely want to work on. It does, read decently well, but there are definitely some improvements we could make there. And this is like the main focal point of this image. So oh my God, did I do the thing again? I absolutely did. Well, good thing I caught it this time. That was my timer going off again. Oh, damn it. I really need to do something about that. All right. Well, let's see. Where do we want to start? I am also seeing some things where like the structure isn't quite correct, but that would be just so hard to fix that I think I might just ignore it. I do see I did most of this pretty much on 2 layers, so it's going to be really hard to move things around relative to each other. So I think I might just kind of leave it. All right, yeah, where do we want to start? I think I would like to probably start in this area. I don't know, there's just so much to do. So much to do, so much to look at. These like columns here I don't really have like at all. Oh gosh, my eyes are just kind of going all over the place. I think let's start with this stuff. What do we want to do with it though is the question. I think we definitely need to get this stuff brighter. Oh my gosh. There's there's too much to look at. It's like hurting my brain. And especially there's just so much going on here that I kind of already attempted to do a little bit, but oh gosh. Uh, am I in the correct? Yeah, this is the right layer. Let's move this a little bit first. Oh gosh. We're gonna need a thicker brush, and we're gonna need to go way darker. Let's just go in like with a green or something. Oops. Ah. That's not quite right. I feel like honestly that's already like looking way better. Let's go with a softer brush. Just blend that into the rest of this, and then we'll put in the details in a bit. I think I went a little bit too heavy on the greens and blues in here, and I should go more for the warmer colors. Oh gosh, I can't draw straight lines to save my life. And let's just keep going even deeper into these shadows. Just shadow, shadow, shadow. And maybe define these a little bit too while we're here. Sure. Sort of like that, and then I do think this is the case where this door is like not placed quite correctly. It's a little bit too far to the right, but I don't want to redraw the entire thing, so we're just gonna kind of go for it. How do I do this? I think the main thing is this big thing at the top, because that is not quite there. Let's also put in a little bit of this and going with this, that for that little detail. Sort of like that. I think that's a little bit closer to what's actually up there. I probably shouldn't be going in with too many details yet, but that maybe looks okay. Yes. We're gonna paint over all these greens and blues. I think they're not doing it for me. And I really, really want to go like really super light in here. This I think was the part that really didn't quite get enough of a highlight. Okay, that's looking good. I think that's much better. Ah. Cannot draw straight lines. The door is looking kind of okay. There's obviously all these like slit details, which I'm not going to be able to manage, but I would maybe like to put in a little bit more shading towards the top of it, perhaps. And also, ideally, I would like to bring this down. That shouldn't be too much redrawing. I think it'll be okay. So I want the top of it to be like here. I'm definitely muddying up these golds, but that's okay. They can be a little bit muddy. We can try to fix them up. I want that shadow to actually be really nice and saturated. Nice deep brown in that shadow there. That's maybe a little bit too dark, but it works. Let's get some of these sort of colors in here. That's too dark, I think. I just wanted a nice, like, bright, warm, brown sort of color. And let's get back that slightly muddier color. What was that I had? Was it this one? Or was it this one? I think maybe it was that one. And no, I want something a little bit darker for the shadows on the door. Oh wait, actually, sorry, I just realized I don't have Twitch chat up. I should probably do that so that I can actually see if anyone is chatting there. Let me put up my Twitch chat. Apologies if anyone has been trying to say stuff there. Okay, it's loading. We'll have Twitch chat in a little bit. See, that's why I actually managed to catch the fact that my timer had gone off. Because I could see my preview because it wasn't covered by Twitch chat. Lamplighter one shot. Oh my gosh, we have like a celebrity in here. Hello. Genshin, yes, this is from the Fortress of Maripede. Right. What was I doing? I was trying to do this door. I think it's looking pretty decent. The interesting thing is that I put this like separator between the doors, but you actually can't really see that here. Like you can see that it's two doors, but it's more because there's a break in the pattern of the slits. But because I don't have the pattern of the slits in here, you can't really see it. So I'm actually gonna probably not put a divider there. The guy that have big fists and you need bugs to upgrade him. I am not familiar with what you need to upgrade Bride Sleep, but yeah, he's got big fists. Okay, how is that looking? I kind of want to put in more brown colors in here. And in here, probably. Let's get my... maybe even the thick one. One that has cat ears or something, and he's huge. I wouldn't call him huge. He's a pretty standard sized Genshin model. But he has dog or wolf ears or something. That's just background, man. I love reading manhwa, but I've never seen this detailed background. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're appreciating it. So, this is actually from Genshin Impact. The top image is a screenshot from the game, and then the bottom is my redraw of it. I guess if you guys are new around here, the way this works is that I have 1 hour to do a speed paint. We're actually doing what's called round 2, which is one of my challenge modes, which means that I take one that I did in a previous week and I give it a second hour. So this is not 1 hour of work. This is like 1 hour and 15 minutes of work. So we're gonna go up to 2 hours in this stream. Um, but yeah, it's a lot of backgrounds. I want to see the other ones. If you go on my YouTube, I have VODs of all of the speed paints. I think honestly that might be enough for, you know, I should put up the original just so we can compare a little bit. Where's the original? There's the original. So that's how much we've done so far. We've made some changes to this door in here. I was playing Genshin till that robot girl came. Robot girl meaning Inefa, I think? Because if so, then you've got pretty far. Yeah. Okay. So you like finished Natlan? I can never understand how humans like you do this. It's so amazing. It's so detailed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, yeah, it's referenced off of this screenshot here. Okay. Because we only have an hour and we need to kind of budget our time, I think I'm gonna call it here for the door. Even though it is kind of the most important bit. So maybe we'll come back to it. I do actually want to work on these columns because I feel like my columns look like crap right now. This one in particular, like this column just doesn't exist. I have Farina though. Farina is cool. She's one of my favorite characters. I feel like Genshin really cooked with Fontaine. That was like my favorite arc. I think Neuvillette and Farina are probably my two favorite characters in the game, like by a landslide. I don't think anyone else even comes close. Okay, what the heck do I do with this? This is a really hard one because I feel like my last time's work that I'm working off of now is just really rough, and trying to make sense of it and turn it into something cleaner is really hard. Like don't get me wrong, I think past me did a great job on this, but present me is struggling a little bit. I like D-Look. He's my best character since day one. Oh, nice. You mean in terms of like gameplay? Because I feel like he's definitely gotten power crept by a lot at this point, but he's a cool character. Okay, I really want to do something with this column, but the question is what and how. Really late for me, but I want to say I'm very amazed how good you can draw. Thank you. Well, thank you for stopping by, even if it's really late. Gameplay and lore, like his father and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna get more stuff on that at some point. Gosh, what do I do with this? Okay, so we've got some like dark green teal colors, and there's a little bit of that brown coming in, and the highlight is also that like sort of teal color. Okay, what do we do? Let's lock in. We need to go way darker than that, way darker. I feel like even that is, it's also just kind of too saturated, I think. Do I have the other column? Oh my gosh. I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Okay, so this light area here is supposed to be that column. And then... yeah, okay. I think I'm sort of getting it. Oh gosh. I think I'm getting a little bit of lag too, though. I might turn off my what's it? My model, because that sometimes gives me problems. It's not quite right. Let's start with some of this stuff, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'm making all this up. Okay, yeah, I'm turning my face off. Bye, guys. I'm getting too much lag in my pen. Gosh, and then we have this lantern here, which actually should... I'm gonna paint over this. Oh, okay, no, it's on a different layer. Actually, can I just... What's on this layer? Okay, this. I'm just gonna go ahead and yoink this. Just move it over. We want it to be like there. Okay. Oh, cat is back. Okay, now we can keep drawing underneath this. I'm just gonna end up spending this entire thing just on this column. Let's just go ahead and put in the edge of this, just because that'll make it easier to see what's going on. And there's the other side. Sort of like that. I think I'm getting a little bit too green in here, but we'll keep going back and forth. I feel like my column is looking too skinny. I think I should probably extend it more to the right. Where's my dark green? And a dark brown. That's looking better for sure. It definitely needs more of those deep browns in the bottom. And let's get some of this on our other column too. We're gonna have to put some time into that one. And this definitely needs to be extended out. Is that also coming up against the other? Yeah, we need to erase whatever the heck is going on here. Why is that? Why is this on the other layer? No, go away. Okay. Right, what was I doing? We need to get more stuff. We need to go way yellow. Way yellow. In here especially. And I think we're gonna need to move that lamp even more, because that's really getting in the way there. Actually, we don't want this to be too red. Okay, cool. Something like this. And then maybe let's take our extra thick brush and put a little bit of this stuff in here. This part definitely needs to be darker, but I don't know if we have time for that, because we should really start moving on at this point. It should be darker and it should be greener. Okay, I think that's close enough. I think this got way too green, but I don't want to fix it at this point. Too much else going on. I want to fix this one. There's just so much happening here. Where's our, like, is this a dark green? Yeah. And let's get one of our light greens and put in the something like that. This is also like not placed correctly. Like this should be like here, but whatever. Don't have time to fix it properly. Let's see our comparison so far. We've definitely gotten more detailed in all these pillars and stuff. What else should we fix? Let's see. I think I kind of want to, first of all, move this part down some more. Yep. Like to there. Give it a little bit of, this is probably too, yeah, that's way too light for this purpose. Oh gosh. I think this is still too light for what I want to do, but good enough. Okay, we have something like that. I want to put more stuff in there. Oh, that needs to be darker. I think the color I had before was probably better for that. Let's do this one too while we're here, I guess. That needs to be even darker, I think. How? This color is so dark. I think it's just that I'm using a thinner brush, so it's blending in a little bit too much. So let's switch to the oil paint brush. Let's Okay, I want to go in with some browner colors in there, but we'll see. You know what? I think we can try to do it with just this. Okay, nope, that's way too light. Okay, that's good enough. And then let's take that lighter color we had and just put it in a little bit at the edges. Like that. Then I wanted to get, maybe this color would work for the highlights. It might be too bright, but we'll try it. No, that's actually working surprisingly decently. I do want to get in the details of all this stuff, but I'm not sure if we'll make it. So this actually kind of continues in here and it like links up with this pipe. So let's go back here actually and add that in a little bit. Because here the light actually falls on it and it's very bright. So let's first put in the darker shadowy parts. If we can really see that. Just extend this up here. And then we go like super, super bright. That's not showing up quite as well as I wanted it to. Like that, I think. And let's maybe get a little bit of that in here too. So this part, I think we kind of have covered up. Again, our proportions and placements are not quite right, so I'm not really going to get this 100% correct, but we do what we can. Okay, then we get that's not quite right. Honestly, I think maybe that's okay as it is. Also, my my pipe here looks a little bit bent because I'm trying to get it to link up to everything, but my proportions, as I mentioned, are not quite there. Also, I just can't draw straight lines. That's not news. Maybe if I do this and like chop that off, straighten it out a little bit. That definitely does look a lot straighter. I think I succeeded a little bit. Okay, let's see. What next? What next? Oh yeah, I did want to put in some of that orangey business on the bottom of this. Okay, we have that. Put in some more shadow at the bottom of this. What else? I would kind of want to move this thing over, actually. Okay. There's that. We're more than halfway through time. That's kind of crazy. Do I want to put any work into this? BS disconnected. And I think it's back. Okay. So how the heck do we do this? I think we can. So basically this lines up with this. So we should put in this arch here. Oh, except that this pipe goes over it. Okay, I think that's a relatively simple fix. Also maybe go a little bit of this stuff in here. That's definitely too light. Darken it up with this, I guess. Oops. It's not quite working the way I want it to, but it's not too bad either. Oh, there's also all these like ropes and stuff that would be nice to put in. I think we can do that as a finishing touch in our last like 5 minutes or so, maybe. Also, this highlight keeps getting lost. I need to put that back. Where did it go? I really want that. And actually, I really want it in here too. Make sure I have good highlights here. Put some stuff in here too. You know what? Yeah, we are going back to working on the door because the door is the most important part. And it has to look perfect. I think we need some more brightness up here too. And maybe also darken up some of the shadows in here to make it pop more. All right. What next? What next? I was thinking I might redo these highlighty bits in the background. Although, I don't know, they do look pretty nice. Compare what we've got so far. Um, Here, let's do a value comparison too. Yeah, I do kind of want to work on those light bits in the background. Let's see what we can do with those. I guess while we're working on this background, maybe let's also darken up some of the parts around just a little bit. Just like lean in to see if I can make out more of what's going on up here. It's really hard to make out any details. There's stuff happening all over the place. All right, I guess let's go ahead and get rid of some of this stuff. That didn't work very well. That didn't work at all. Let's take this out just so we can have a bit of a blank slate. I think this is a little bit too green. I would like it to be bluer. Let's smooth this out first of all. Let's go for more of a blue color. That's not really changing anything. Oh, that's because I'm still using the brush. Honestly, we can just go even more blue. There's like stuff happening up there and here and just all over the place. All right, what are we doing here now? Honestly, I think we can ignore the other details and just put in the bright spots. Except I think that should pretty much be one of the last things we do. First, let's put this back. Those are looking pretty okay for the most part. Let's go ahead and put these in. Let's actually try to put them lightly with this brush first. Or no, what I want to do actually is go for like a really saturated first. Just kind of place these. I feel like these are turning out too small. Sort of like that, and then let's go in with the actual brightness. How detailed do I want to go on these? Do I want to actually put in all of the parts? Oops. I think I'm spending too much time on this. I think I'm trying to be too careful about it. That is not in the spirit of speed paints. The spirit of speed paints is to be fast and loose. So let's not get too carried away. I think I'm going to go with the thick oil paintbrush actually and just really go in there. Maybe not that bright. Maybe just go in with the same color I had before. We don't want to go full white, really. Okay, we've got something like that. And then maybe we can do a little bit more. Oops. On the upper layer. Got that. There we go. I also kind of want to just put in a little bit up there. Okay. How does that look? Okay, well, it definitely looks clearer. Okay, we have about 9 minutes left. I don't know what I want to do. I kind of would like to do stuff on here, but I don't know what. Oh, that's too brown. 9 minutes? Yeah, we're almost at the 1 hour mark. I'm on the wrong brush. I think this bit is supposed to be this, in which case it's like completely in the wrong place. I'll tell you, you can do it. Yeah, we're almost there. I really want to just I kind of want to just go with like a now or never, yep. Honestly, these are much less stressful than the regular speed paints because here it's like I already have a more or less finished painting. I'm just kind of messing around with it at this point. These words should fill you with determination. Yes, thank you. I appreciate the support. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of blur some of this out, get some of this sort of foggy color in there. And actually get a little bit with this actual color too. That's not quite doing it, I don't think. Who killed your model? I did because my computer couldn't handle it. It sometimes gives me a bunch of lag when I'm drawing, and it's very annoying to draw when there's lag. So I turned it off. It's unfortunate, but you know, maybe I could have turned it back on later, but you know, you just have to lock in on the drawing and then you don't have time to worry about stuff like that. I do kind of want to make it darker in here too, though. I just heard you say it. I killed my own daughter. I don't think I ever said I killed your own daughter. Maybe you misheard something, or maybe I'm misreading what you're saying. Okay. Well, we have like 5 minutes left, and I did want to spend a little bit of time putting in these wires, ropes, whatever you want to call them. Let's get a nice dark color. It's so hard because like all of these colors look super dark, and it's really hard to tell at a glance which one is which. Should we just have a separate layer? Maybe we should. Or maybe we can have some of them not be quite as... We'll have these that are like a little bit less visible, and then where's that coming from? I think that are these just coming from that top ring? I think that's what they're linked to. I think we need to just should I just go straight black or something? So we really need these to be super dark. And even my thick oil paintbrush is not showing up as much as I want it to. Okay, that's better, I think. That's actually maybe too much. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. We have that. And then we have one over here. There we go. Good enough. Let's also give those a little bit of shading. Although that's very hard given how thin they are. Super hard. But I will try my best. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. And let's try and get just that little tiny bit of... Oh, are we doing it? There we go. I think that's as good as we're gonna get that. Okay, any other last minute things? Maybe put in these, oops. I would need to do that with the dark color. The, like, rails up at the top there. I guess that works. I think we can do that better, though. And let's actually use this brush. Oh gosh. No. Come on. Just go with this one. Yeah, let's undo all of that and do that with this brush instead. I think this brush works better for this. Just because this is kind of more faded into the background there. Can't really see it very much, but I think it has an effect. Oh my god. Straight lines, please. I mean, I guess in this case it's a curved line, which is even worse. Is that too invisible? Okay, that's showing up, sort of. I don't know how much it makes a difference, but okay. Well, we have like a minute left, but I don't really know what else I can fix, so I think we might just call it here. I think it looks nice. There we go. I honestly, I kind of feel like I didn't end up changing that much, but you can see a difference. It's mostly the door in the center. That's the thing that I mainly focused on, and I think that's correct because it is like the main focal point. But yeah, a lot of the other stuff got some love too. There we go. That's today's speed paint. Cool. It wasn't like last time where improvement was needed. Yeah, it definitely not that much to change. Yeah, there's always a lot to fix. I think it's still very rough, especially these background bits. But again, I did want to focus on the more central areas that are actually more important to the overall composition. But yeah, that was fun. Also, the kitty is back. You want me to end the stream and just pet you? Probably. All right. Well, thanks for coming. I guess so. Next time I am planning to do a commission from the fundraiser. I guess in case anybody did not. Oh my gosh, I am so stupid. I forgot to link my fundraiser. Hang on, let me just do that. Just in case, just so it's there. My bad. Anyway, the thing I was trying to say is that there is a fundraiser that I haven't really been promoting as much as I probably should. It's for the Women's Foundation of Minnesota, specifically to help with their efforts in helping people affected by the ice raids there and all that stuff. So if you want to help out, that's much appreciated. One of the incentives for donating is a speed paint commission. So if you want me to do a speed paint for you, it is $10 of donation. I was initially planning to just do all of the commissions after I finished the fundraiser, but I don't really have a set end date. So I figured I didn't really want to keep people waiting. So if you want me to just do your commission now, go ahead and send me your reference. I have received one reference so far, so I'm going to do that next week instead of the normal Genshin Impact ones. So next week will be commission time. I'm not planning to do a challenge for that one. I think we can go ahead and roll the challenge for the next week, though. I didn't have that challenge wheel up the entire time, did I? I don't think I did, right? Just wanted to confirm. I think we're okay. All right, let's spin our wheel. You did not, okay. Oh. All right. So next week is a redo, which means that we once again take an old speed paint, but this time instead of giving it a second hour, we scrap it and try again from the beginning. So that will be next time. We were pretty close to landing on time there, and I would have been screaming and freaking out. Maybe not literally, but I'm very excited for when we eventually land on that square. I guess not a square, but you know what I mean. That option. Okay. Well, thank you for coming. Next time is going to be a commission. The time after that is going to be a redo. So that's the plan. Meanwhile, the schedule for next week, I think, is just going to be normal. So we have, yeah, I think it's just going to be normal schedule. We have Tuesday, Thursday game streams, which I've been playing I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, so you should go check that out. And then Sunday will be the commission speed paint. All right. See you guys then. Bye-bye.